Beef stewed in a jar. Simple, yet incredibly rich. Not a single drop of water added. It cooks entirely in its own juices. This was a technique created by Azerbaijanis during wartime. When sealed and kept in a cool place, it can last for 2 years, even during times of famine. They could stay fed without leaving home. It has now become a staple for locals to survive the harsh winter. As the freezing winter approaches, families prepare these supplies to get through the coldest days. To make this long-lasting and delicious beef in a jar, choose well-marbled cuts of meat. The hind leg is the best choice. Starting with a fresh piece of beef weighing 30 kilograms, she follows the grain of the meat to slice it into 4 large portions, then cuts them into bite-sized pieces. Making this savory jarred beef is essential for success during those long isolated winters. As the home of jarred delicacies, the reason Azerbaijanis cherish this dish so deeply is tied to their history and the difficult past they endured. In those post-war times, survival was the top priority. To preserve food, people found ways to store supplies. Bowls and pottery were used at first, but they spoiled quickly. Then they found glass jars, which were easier to carry. This refinement became a culinary tradition. Dice the beef and season with plenty of salt. Nothing else. No artificial additives required. Excess ingredients only speed up spoilage and harm your health. The beef's natural flavor is all that is needed. The glass jars are steam sterilized beforehand. Keeping them germ-free prevents the beef from spoiling. Bay leaves and black pepper are essential spices for local canning. Much like how we use garlic and ginger, they have a unique power to enhance the aroma. Then inside the jars, add a base of beef fat. Heating creates a natural barrier. It seals the beef from the air. While this is a common everyday dish around here, every single detail demands absolute precision. The slightest error could compromise the storage and ruin the flavor. From here on, no extra water is needed. The juices released during cooking are enough to submerge the beef. The chef must carefully place every jar into the pot. Inside the clear glass jars, the beef looks truly appetizing. There's no need to worry, as these are specialty jars designed locally for food preservation. The precision-made screw lids keep the air out completely. Lighting the firewood, preparing for the final step. Before boiling the beef, he lines the pot with a cloth to prevent direct heat contact, which could crack the glass. He takes the prepared beef, lifting it with care, and arranges it in the large pot. Vibrant jars of beef ready to go. The beef glows like a ruby, calm and ready. Once the jars are set, add water and simmer. Keep the level low to keep jars steady, avoiding any breakage. Then slow cook for hours, making the beef perfectly tender, ideal for later reheating. When finished, the jars are packed tight. All the beef's essence is captured within. This preserved beef is a culinary treasure. Each jar is pure craft. The rendered fat forms a seal, keeping it fresh for 2 years. When guests arrive, opening a jar for them is a true sign of hospitality. Whenever you're hungry, just pop the lid. Once it's opened, the aroma fills the air. Savor the rich, deep flavors. A legendary canned delicacy. In the freezing winter, it's the perfect comfort. So everyone, what do you think of this dish? Does this count as a pre-made meal?